I think I've been muted this whole time.
Well, we'll do it again.
We'll do it again. Oh, okay. So, hi everybody. This is Becky.
I am Larry, and we're so pleased to welcome you today. We hope everybody is doing well and having a great Monday so far.
We are so excited today to be bringing you some information about why doTERRA. And, there's right now during these times, a lot of people are struggling. They're not only struggling with their health, but they're struggling with their finances. Maybe, over the year, we kept thinking, okay, next month, lockdown will be over next month or next week. And then we keep getting promised all these things. And so we thought now more than ever is a really great time to think about maybe doing a little bit of extra residual income. And so we're just going to talk to you about why doTERRA, and maybe that might be an answer for you. Who knows, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we just started off really organic, and we were just love the products. They did so much for us, health wise, and we just kind of shared them, and it just kind of blossomed like that.
Yeah, so we're just going to talk about the benefits of doTERRA regarding other network marketing companies. And so let's go ahead and share our screen here. Give me just a minute and um, share the screen here. And then we're going to share the screen over here. I got us going in multiple places. And just a minute here. And so if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat, or we will answer them later if you watch this later, because I know many of you might be watching later. And we're here to answer any of those questions. And you can private text us or do anything that you want to. And for some reason, our sharing is just not working. So give me just a minute here.
Yeah, you can always contact us any way that's most
I'm not sure I understand.
convenient for you, and and we'd be more than happy to get back to you as soon as possible. And this is doing business in 2020 and 21, and it is actually trying to get our sharing to work, and usually things go really smoothly.
Of course, it did it wonderfully when I was practicing. Okay, so I hope you guys can all see the screen here. And so why partner with doTERRA? A lot of people, I remember when before I had done network marketing, I could never figure out why people would choose one company over the other. And Larry and I were talking one day about when we owned our print shop, what it was like to hire an employee. And sometimes you'd get people coming in and they'd apply and they had no experience in printing. And really, they were the best employees because they were hungry and eager to learn and to do things differently. And I was thinking about when I went to college, I didn't know like if I was going to go work over here or work over there. I just was throwing applications in many different places. And when you do that, somebody hires you, take that job, and you're going to learn whatever they teach you as far as what that job skill is and what that job set entails. It may not even be really completely what you went to college for. I know probably I should look at the percentage of how many people actually go to college and end up doing what their degree is. And I would have to say it's probably a huge percentage that they don't. Wouldn't
Yeah.
you say?
Oh no, I know a lot. I
Yeah.
know people who have college degrees and in things that are very impressive, but they're not doing anything
Yeah.
close to what they went to school. And it's hard too when you're, 18, 19, 20, and you're making decisions about what you want to do with the rest of your life. And you go on that journey and you find things. And that's the great thing about getting out there and getting experience and learning things.
Doing things while you're going to college and figuring that out. I think that a lot of times, you go to school and then the third year into you're going, I don't think this is where my passion is anymore. And here you just blew, I don't know how much does it cost to go to college anymore, $80,000. And that's another really good reason why we're talking about doTERRA is because there's no investment. There's little investment in this. And so we're going to go through and talk about the product. We're going to talk about the company. We're going to talk about the compensation plan. We're going to talk about the support and the timing. Okay, so here we go. I just don't know what's going on here.
I think it's Monday.
Yeah. Um,
But we don't want to blame it all on Monday. We got this.
I think there's something to do with the split screen that all of a sudden started showing up on my computer after we had a power outage last night, and my whole everything got all shut down. And it's funny, things reset, and so okay. So let's just talk a little bit about Larry and I. Larry and I, we've been married
For over 30 years.
for over 30 years, and we met through the printing industry,
Yeah,
and we
we're both doing that.
and when I remember the first time I flew down to California, because he lived in California and I lived in United States, or up in Washington
You
State,
lived in
in
Seattle.
Seattle, and I flew down to see Larry, and oh my God, I was so nervous and so excited. I was in the bathroom the whole time. It's too much information probably, but I was so sick, you guys. And it's incredible to know about how back then how I was sick all the time, and I just dealt with it because I thought that nobody could help me. I did a lot of doctoring, and then we ended up getting married. I don't know why he married me, being in the bathroom all the time because I was so sick with my stomach issues. And but as we were working through the shop, then the stress of our business, we ended up creating a print shop, and really affected my health. And I wasn't sleeping at night. My emotions were really taking their toll. And my list of things that I could eat was getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, yeah. When you run a brick and mortar and you have a lot of employees and equipment, it can get pretty stressful. And printing business is pretty demanding.
Yeah. And um, one day I remember I was sitting there thinking, this has to change.
Yeah.
I answered the phone, took an order from a customer, hung up the phone, and forgot who I was talking to. And I'm serious, it's really scary when you think about, like, I just remember just like, something's got to change. I can't live like this anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you have digestive issues, because your gut starts, your health really starts in your gut, and you have brain fog that bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. That's a symptom of having a bad gut issue. And I remember sitting down thinking, I got to make a change. Lord, open my ears and open my eyes so I can hear what you're trying to tell me. What is my purpose? This is not it. And a girlfriend came in the shop with a bottle of essential oil. And she said, Becky, I know you have really bad stomach issues. Here's a bottle of oil. Would you try it? And I said, what are you trying to do? It's like, are you in one of those network marketing companies? And it's like, why would I do that? And that those things never work. And then I sat back and she goes, Becky, just trust me. And I sat back and I realized that nothing else was working. Why would I not try this? And so I said, "Oh, okay, I'll try it." So I took some and rubbed it on my stomach. And, when you have food allergies, some of the other symptoms that you have are gassy stomach, bloating, irritability, cramping, headaches. And I took that oil, rubbed it on my stomach, and wow, like, immediately, I could feel I hadn't felt like that much relief, and it's hard to explain, but it was just incredible. And, then I'd get gas again, and I'd just put some more on, and just every couple hours, I just started adding that oil on my stomach, and, pretty soon, it was maybe every twice a day, and then maybe once a day, and now I don't even use that oil very much. It's incredible how the difference has been. And she said, Becky, maybe, since you've had such great results, I know you've been sharing with other people. So would you like to introduce them to the oils? And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, let's have a class. And nobody should be suffering like I suffered. And so at the class, people were so excited about the oils, and they're just amazing to be able to be sharing something that was so helpful and is so helpful. I shouldn't say was, because it is. And then everybody in my class signed up. I had 12 people in that class. They eventually all signed up. And I turned to her and I said, "Is there a business side to this? Because when I purchased my oils, the economy had crashed, and we were hurting. The
No, it
stress."
was tough for everybody back then in
Yeah.
2000. Well, that happened in 2008, but we got the oils in 2013, but it was slow. I mean, we were working really hard and really having to market our business really hard to, get the clients in there and keep our heads above water.
So we, yeah, when she came along, it was like a saving grace, right? And
Oh
so,
yeah.
um, fast forward, I was sharing with people and not wanting to do network marketing business because I didn't believe in it. I didn't understand it because we had a real business and it was serious. We had to go get a bank loan. We had to, sign our life away. And,
Well, yeah, it was a traditional way to do business. I mean,
mhm,
that's what we knew, and
mhm.
and that's what we did, and yeah, it worked, but there's a lot to it. It's very complicated.
And well, we had 1 year over 72 employees. We had a big project. And so when
Yes.
you sit there and think about the training of the staff and all these things going on in the 24 hours a day, and it was just incredible. Well, we decided to sell our print shop. Last year was exactly a year ago. We sold our print shop, and here we are today bringing the world these beautiful essential oils because we want to create an opportunity and empowerment for people who struggle like I did. And
Yeah.
so that's why we're here today. And so we're going to turn to the page here. Now, doTERRA has amazing, amazing products that are actually covering from shampoos to um, trim shakes to probiotics and pain creams and just tons of things, right? And so what you can do with these oils is amazing list. You can make soaps, you can make lotions, you can do so many different things with these products. And the whole gist behind the products is so that you can detoxify your home. And when you sit there and think about why did I have food allergies? Why were all those things going, when I talk about all these people, why do we have so much dis-ease or, wellness concerns in the world? In the world, you guys. Why is that? And so I started doing a lot of studies and tests and and research and looking at why that is. And doTERRA was ahead of me. They had already figured that out, and they came up with so many solutions to help get the toxicity out of our home, to help look at what we're eating and feed nutrients to our body. And you have hand sanitizers and products that don't have chemicals in them.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing that really attracted me, and I had a lot of good experiences with the oils. But they were pure, they were potent, they were simple, they were just plant oil that was extracted and tested for to make sure there were no harmful contaminants or impurities in them, and they didn't have side effects, and that was just the greatest thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're when you talk about all the different things that these oils have, they're pure and they're safe. And so you can feel pretty comfortable about knowing that because they're so pure and they're like our bodies, that they will actually target support. And so if you have circulatory issues or if you have immune issues, digestive issues, which was my case. I mean, this is just a small list, you guys. This book that we have has over 400 pages of different protocols and things that these oils can support.
Oh yeah. I mean, many things, even simple things like in the wintertime, I would oftentimes get an earache, and I looked it up in the book, and there was a couple oils that you could combine together, and just put a dab behind your ear, or I even put a drop on a cotton ball and lightly put it on inside um, part the inside part of my ear, just really really gently, and just let it sit there for a minute, and generally that's all it took to make an earache go away that used to throb for hours.
Yeah.
And so something just simple like that I used to just endure.
Well, and I know that like our nieces always struggled with ear issues.
Infections, yeah,
Yeah, ear infections is a common thing for children, right? And
very
especially,
much.
I mean, I know maybe because we were around them then, it just seemed like a lot of kids had ear infections, and you wonder why is that? What's going on? What is happening with our foods and our
Yeah,
food chain of
makes you
why?
wonder.
Yeah. Um, So I started doing a lot of studies and research, and I just was so delighted to know that doTERRA has already been looking at these beautiful essential oils. They've been around forever, like you said, right?
Yeah,
The oils have been around for ages, and so this is not new. This is not something that doTERRA invented. This is something that they know because they're very safe and effective, that they wanted to bring them forward again. So you can customize with all these different products your whole wellness plan. I mean, they have products for your nutritional areas, for supplements, for getting all those vitamins and things that they talk about today. They have probiotics, they have enzymes, they have trim shakes, and I especially love the Terra greens, which are wonderful.
yes.
And they have products for all different ages, right?
Yeah, yeah, they make products for children.
And you want to talk about this one, Larry?
Well, the deep blue was just so fantastic because when we got introduced to the oils, the main thing that I suffered from, you know, was heartburn and just a sore back and a sore knee, generally because we I was constantly lifting heavy paper all day long, and the deep blue rub was something that was just more effective than the product that I was using for years on a daily basis. And it is the kind of thing that you use it and then it like your body gets better and you need kind of less of it as time goes on. And so I just been thrilled. I mean, we used to buy vitamins at the co-ops and stuff like that, and then we started using the DoTerra Lifelong Vitality, and I just started feeling so much better, and using Terra greens, and we started making smoothies and stuff, and yeah, we just really started just falling in love with these products, and just you know and just feeling so much better.
So when, it even goes from even when you're talking about the foundational nutritional support, but you're talking about the support of your body through exercise, you're talking about the support of your body through rest and managing stress. And like the diffusers are wonderful to have the oils go throughout the room and emotional support. We have oils that are uplifting and be able to have a calming sense so that you don't have we deal with anxiety and we deal with the fear that's out there right now. So there's so many beautiful oils that can actually support your body into working with those.
Yeah, in a lot of different ways too. Like sleep is something that a lot of people struggle with.
Yeah. And then we're going to talk about the toxic load. Like, why do we have these issues in the first place? Well, we want to be able to cleanse our bodies and look at the chemicals and the cleaning things that we have throughout the home
Yeah.
and take a look at the ingredients on that, you guys. It's incredible. The toothpaste alone says do not take internally. What? If you looked at some of those toothpaste brands and looked on the back, do not take internally. Why are you putting it in your mouth then? You guys, I don't know. It's just crazy. So the doTERRA On Guard toothpaste is a natural whitening toothpaste and it is amazing. And I love the shampoo. My hair has never been this long and healthy looking. And that shampoo is just incredible. I have to say, it's just and I also will be doing this week, we'll be talking about the Cleanse and Restore Kit and doing the supplements and the probiotics and the enzymes and the cleanse program and the zendocrine and the different products that are just so incredible to help support the gut. The gut is the gateway to your health. And so we're going to have that class this week. And we would encourage you to keep looking at the schedules. We've got stuff going on every day this week. And so we'll say more about that here too.
Yeah, so lots more good information.
And really, what we're talking about then is this last area here is the informed self care. We're helping you bring together all this information so that you can make better lifestyle changes. And it's not a complete overhaul. Like, I mean, it would be good as you grow into doTERRA. We've done more and more overhauling. We're just talking about some of the cleaning stuff we have in the home still. How come we still have Windex, or how come we still have some of these brands, right? So, anyway, so we'll keep it's an ongoing process, you guys.
Yeah,
And
it
so to be
is.
kind to yourself, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what's so great about doTERRA again. It's just that there's such a wide variety of products that actually help focus on all the different areas of your life and to be able to help you get through that. So we have a whole brand new program on boosting the immune system. Of course, we need that right now, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And we'll be going through that this week too, talking about the immune system. And and then there's other programs too, like mood and mind support. And we're going to have sleep. And there's just a bunch of other classes. So keep an eye on our calendar.
Yeah.
Okay, so now why network marketing? I used to think it was crazy. Why would anybody do such a stupid business? And, as I was dealing with employee issues at my job, and they weren't bad. I mean, I had amazing employees, didn't we? We had some
We had
really
a
great
lot of
employees.
beautiful people
Yeah.
work for us, and they were just outstanding, and we loved them, and we really became, like a family.
But, we can talk about taxes, payroll, and how to take, the insurance that you had to pay for, and then the minimum wages you had to, and then everything kept going up and up. And pretty soon the company was being choked by all these regulations. And it's very difficult to manage now. You don't have to deal that with doTERRA. Network marketing, our company does all the paychecks. Our company does all the figuring out of the taxes. They do all the I mean, not our personal taxes, but I mean, I'm talking about sales tax and all those things.
Any withholdings and
And
stuff like that.
yeah. And, so it's incredible to know that that is one thing that's taken care of. And it's very low cost to get into doing the business. Like when we started the print shop, we went to the bank, got a huge loan. We had to buy a building, we had to buy equipment, we had
Entry
to
level was a little high.
entry level was incredible. And I think about how did we even make it? 80% of businesses don't make it because it is incredible high.
Well, it's a risk. It's a huge risk.
So think about this. It's very low cost to get into. There is a commitment. You do want to do it with doTERRA. You do want to do 100 product value points a month, which is about 100 PV, but that's required because they say you pay to play. It's not like getting a bank loan and signing your life away. It's actually just a little bit that you're going to use to buy the product and use the product and have product to share.
It's very simple, and it was very easy. Like I said, we started it pretty organically, and it didn't take us too many months to kind of grow into the products and say, like, well, when that toothpaste is done, we'll try this toothpaste, and we did, and we loved it. And yes, other things, like it came, like the Lifelong Vitality Pack was a fantastic choice over the vitamins we were purchasing, and just things like that. We just kind of grew into them, and so the amount that we were ordering every month replaced products we were already buying. So it was very simple, very easy, and so it really did afford us to kind of organically grow into the business and sharing and stuff like that. And the next thing you know, it was just surprisingly like, wow, we got a check.
The other cool thing about network marketing is there's no education requirements. Like you don't have to go to college to do this business. You guys, you do not have to go to college to do this business. One of the really cool things I just learned recently, I knew it, but when they put it into this context, it was like, wow. And basically, it's just, I don't even know if I can articulate it very well, but when you can join a business without an education, without going to college, most of the time when we hired people from college at our business, we ended up firing them because they thought they knew everything. They did not have the street smart. And I recognize that the people in network marketing are people who are not education dynamic ready. They're entrepreneur behavior styles, and an entrepreneur behavior style is very creative. Einstein was an entrepreneurial behavior style, and he didn't make it through college, or I can't remember the story. Did he get kicked out of school at 8th grade or something like that?
I'm not sure.
Don't quote me. I don't remember that,
but it just takes somebody who's willing, they're capable, and they're hungry, and and it is the friend that enrolled us just shared with us and has just helped us and showed us the way, and it was very easy, it was very fun, and like being in the business world where we had the brick and mortar business, I mean, we didn't have to hire consultants or belong to pay to belong to industry groups and stuff like that to learn things.
Well, and when we talk about the behavior style of an entrepreneur, they want to run quickly. He said committed and capable. They got us, they will do whatever it takes to figure it out. They'll do this, they'll do that. They'll self-train themselves and self-do that. And if you're one of those
Yeah.
people that feels like you struggle in school and that you're, it's like it's not the format for everybody. My brother was not a format person in school. He's the kind of person that is so creative and so talented and is the kind of person that is really great at running his own business. And so, yeah, you do need to continually be educating yourself. I think education is important, but we're talking about self improvement, self development, and stuff like that. And what's really cool is if you went to college and you graduated with a degree, in some cases, there's a limited, there's a glass ceiling there that you can't break. Like a lot of people will go to school for bartending, maybe, or they go to school for help me out with a job, like a physician's assistant or something like that, where there's only a cap in that income. You could be the best of the best of the best in that, but really that job requirement only will pay an X amount of money. Now, you may be looking around all over the world to find a place that you can land that will pay you more, but really, there's a limit.
Well, when you work for somebody else, I mean, I mean, they're hiring you to create income for them,
Hmm.
and they're going to pay you a percentage of that, but they're going to earn, they're going to want to earn the greater percentage of that.
And that is so true because there's a story and it's called Buckets and Pipeline.
Hmm.
And you're hauling buckets when you have a job. You're going to the street. There's a story of this villager who took buckets and he walked about a mile or two to the stream, grabbed the water with the buckets, put it on a yoke, and then walked back to the village and sold the water. Then you do that trip after trip after trip, but you really only can do so many trips physically in a day, right? So you have a limited income. One day he decided to start building a ditch or digging a ditch. You dig a little bit of a ditch and still carry back and forth his buckets,
Hmm.
but still making sure he's making enough money to feed his family and stuff like that. And then eventually, though, he was able to lay enough pipe all the way to the village and turn his spigot on. That is what's called the residual income. And with doTERRA, there's no sky, there's no glass ceiling. You can go as far and make as much money as you can. Now, some network marketing companies do have a limit. Like you can only go so far. But doTERRA, you can create it over and over and over again to get to the top. We know several people who have two teams that are giving them the presidential diamond levels. They're called double presidential, and they're working on their third. They're going to be triple presidential diamonds. And can you believe it? It's incredible. So the income is all based on how much work you're willing to put into it. Nobody else will tell you what you need to do. Nobody else. So you have independence on that. And the other cool thing, Larry and I were just talking, wouldn't it be cool to be living like somewhere where the sunshine is and having, we could still do our business because we are doing it all on the internet and it's very location dependent. So we could be traveling all over the
Oh,
world and
you
still,
literally could do this business from your phone or your laptop anywhere.
yeah, in the car and on the plane.
Hmm.
There's huge tax advantages too, incredible tax advantages. So if you're one of those people who are marching around saying that we were underprivileged and we didn't have this stuff and that we're not at the same class as the middle class or whatever, you guys, this is a great opportunity for you to be able to have those tax benefits so that you can make money. So this is part of some of those tricks and those things that people who have money do. Okay. And then the time freedom, it's
Hmm.
incredible. And then you can create leverage, which is just really incredible. Okay. So here's a really great quote from
Stephen Covey.
Stephen Covey. I can't even say his name. Network marketing has come of age. It is undeniable that it has become a way to entrepreneurship and independence for millions of people. And so even if you love your job, but if you're able to share just a little bit, enough to say pay for your oils and pay for your supplements and stuff and all and keeping your wellness and health in check, then that is really so important to you.
Yeah.
Network marketing is a big wave of the future. It's taken the place of franchising, which now requires too much capital for the average person. You guys, people say, why network marketing? I sit around and I look at real estate. What's that? You're selling a product that's not yours. Insurance companies, they're selling a product that's not theirs. All these people who invest in a franchise of like financial companies like Edward Jones or all those. It's all a franchise type of network marketing too, and it's all the same thing. So I think Jim Rohn was really that was a pretty good quote there. And then our favorite person, Robert from
Kiyosaki.
yeah, he wrote. He said, "Do you want to say this one, Larry?"
Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, says network marketing gives people the opportunity with very low risk and very low financial commitment to build their own income generating asset and acquire great wealth. And it's so true.
Yeah. Here's another quote from him.
Here's another quote from Robert Kiyosaki. The richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for work.
Mm-hmm. So doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world. It's the largest company in the world when it comes to essential oils, you guys. It's privately held. It's debt-free. There's over $3 billion in assets. There's 3,200 corporate, I think it's probably more like 6,000 now. I probably need to change that slide. Offices in 16 countries, and they're shipping to 52 countries. You guys, this is a global company. When Larry and I had our print shop, I mean, we could sell to other states, and I think we even shipped things to, out of the country even at one point in time. But at the same time, you guys, you can sell these oils all over the world. It's incredible. And so if you have family that live in Europe, you have family that live in Australia, there's places and there's really no
And
rock you
yeah,
can leave unturned, right?
most of those markets are open and more opening all the time,
Yeah, it's
every
incredible.
year. And the reason we fell into doTERRA was not necessarily for all those reasons, but was just who they were at the heart and how they cared and took care of their products and their people and their growers.
Well, and that just leads right into the next slide. That's very good. The corporate owners, there's 7 of them here. They're incredible people. They actually have so much integrity. They have tons of experience working in other network marketing businesses and being the CEO and the sourcing and testing and all of that. So when you think about looking at the network marketing company that you're part of, or that maybe you're wanting to do a residual income, you want to look at what the experience does the management team have. You want to look at how many players there are and how they make decisions. So that's what's incredible. Perfect amount, just 7 people on the executive team that actually make decisions and they work beautifully together. They love each other. You can really tell how excited they are to be the team that they've developed and
And
picked.
the beautiful thing is just how transparent they are and how upfront and how inclusive they are with everyone. And I couldn't believe it the first time we went to the convention and how they were just with everybody and just out there mingling and introducing themselves and just were just right there with us. And it was like, it's like you were shoulder to shoulder with them instead of it being like, most companies would be an upper management kind of thing. So they were just so accessible.
Um, they a lot of network companies don't succeed. Like I was floored when I heard that, when people said, yeah, I invested in this company, built a team really big, and then all of a sudden the company went bankrupt. I'm like, yeah, that can happen, I suppose, right? I mean, like having the management team and the quality of the management team is extremely important so that you know that there's longevity. And when you know that doTERRA is actually debt free because of these guys, they've done all the struggling, they've done all the hard work and all the all the steps that it takes to build a company. Like Larry and I, when we started our business, there was many nights that we were in the shop until midnight. These guys talk about these stories that they did in the very beginning and how to really work in that. So and also the visionary too. I'm always just blown away when I'm talking to people about all the different aspects of doTERRA with the co-impact sourcing and the healing hands. And the more and more I study that, I'm like, wow, these guys are so advanced. I just think that's just so awesome. So they have a wonderful medical board. One of the really cool things that they've been talking about is actually doing a clinics, and they have a clinic that they work very effectively in Utah right now, and they're trying to put them throughout the United States. I believe they have 4 other locations, and but the medical board is at them. They're going through, and because a lot of people say, well, the essential oils haven't been tested, and I'm like, I'm telling people, it's like, what do you mean by that? They've been around longer than pharmaceuticals have, and pharmaceuticals don't have such a great reputation or a track
Well, I mean,
record.
yeah, it's just the amazing amount of testing that they do. After they source their oils from where they grow best and most naturally, without harmful contaminants or fillers, and the amount of testing that they do on the oils, like over 60 separate tests that they do on the oils, and how transparent they make those test results available to everybody just by looking on the bottom of the oil bottle that you're using.
I think I might have a slide on that. I thought it was next, but it's not. So um, we will share with that too, because I think it's really important to discuss that. It's a
Okay.
really good point. doTERRA sourcing is all over the world because they are looking for a product that is very pure and very potent, but also that has a lot of the constituents in it that benefit our bodies. And so a lot of times we have a team in India, and they ask about, oh, we have lots of cardamom oil here. And I'm like, yeah, but this cardamom oil doesn't have the same properties to support the brain as a cardamom oil sourced in Guatemala. And Guatemala is, they have this, that it supports the stomach and it supports neural pathways, but it also supports the brain. And so doTERRA has gone all over the world making sure that they're sourcing oils that actually can help benefit the body, and as much as that it can, instead of just one that can only have 1 or 2 properties in it.
Yeah.
So the quality starts long before the seeds are planted. Like we're talking about how many jobs. This is an old slide too. I probably should update this one, but we're talking about all the farmers and all over the world, how many people the oils are impacting. So when we sell 1 bottle of essential oil, how many people's hands it's reached from the beginning to starting the plant to ensuring that there's no harmful contaminants in the testing, the distillation, the harvesting, the distillation, the shipping it.
Yeah,
And
so there's a lot of jobs and a lot of people to produce these oils and get them to market.
yeah. So there's over 60 tests now that they do. You were saying that earlier, Larry.
Yeah. So this is an old slide. These slides they're a few years old. So now doTERRA does over 60 tests that are completed on each sample or batch of oil that comes and before it's bottled.
And when we say by like 54 tests or 60 tests, it's not the same test 54 times. It's different kinds of tests that they do. So
Yeah.
different kinds of tests. And there's a whole class you can take on all the different kinds of tests that are done. And woohoo, that's way over my head.
Yeah. So all the science is available.
Yeah. So if you were one of those science people, all the more power to you.
You
There's
wanna dive
tons of
into
really
that?
great stuff on that. Okay. So there's also the doTERRA Science website and the APR, APRC.
The Aromatic Plant Research Center.
Wow, where'd you pull that from? That's pretty impressive.
I listen.
Ah, you're great. So maybe you might want to share about this one then.
So there are doTERRA Science, and then there's the APRC, which is the Aromatic Plant Research Center, and this is where the tests are done. And the APRC is the third party that tests doTERRA's oils.
Yeah. So this is where they put the code on the bottom is through the
Yeah.
APRC.
Yeah.
So I don't show that on here, but here's some of the test names. So can you even pronounce this? Try this
Yeah,
one, you guys. Enterobacteriaceae.
there is some of the different tests
Intro.
that it goes through, and if you're into the science, you can dive into that. Even if you go to the convention, one of the days, and I think it's the second day, the afternoon, and the second day is completely about the science of the oils.
Check this out. They even screen it for candida so that there's no bad bacteria in there. That's pretty cool. And then here's some other tests. 3 companies of consistently pure oils. doTERRA is one of the 3, meaning 95% of the oils out there in the marketplace are adulterated. So what we're talking about, there's so many companies in the world that sell essential oils. doTERRA is not the only one. And we're going to go through and talk about the difference between doTERRA and the other companies. But when you think about it, um, it's incredible that doTERRA wanted to raise the bar of pureness because they know when the oils are pure, they actually can benefit our bodies. They penetrate the cellular membrane. Inside the cellular membrane is the DNA structure. And if an essential oil can penetrate the cell membrane and go support the body on its behalf, um, you want it to be pure. You want it to do that. If it's not pure, either it won't penetrate the cellular wall and it won't be effective, right?
Yeah.
And or it's creating more contaminants with you. So some reputable social media focused on companies were 100% adulterated. Other large companies are 50% more or more adulterated. So we're going to show you, here's where the tests are. I knew I had that slide in here. So Larry was talking earlier about these numbers on the bottom of the bottle.
That's a code.
That's a code, and you can actually type it in on this website, source2you.com, and submit, and actually up will come a report for this batch of oil. And it's just telling you that it shows you all the charts and the tests and stuff like that. Now, granted, doTERRA would never accept anything that does have some adulterations on it. So you probably won't see any of that on there for sure. All these tests are just right there. Here's some of the tests of comparing from doTERRA with other tests. This is the gas chromatography with mass spectrometry. And it's a method of separating the volatile compounds and essential oils into individual components and identifying each of these components and the percentages. So this test is a very common test, very easy test to do apparently. And so doTERRA is, we're going to go through and talk about each of these companies here. And on one side is lavender and the other side is peppermint. And doTERRA, of course, is right here in the middle. But this test was a big, long chart, and so I had to chop it up and put it here, so hopefully it's not too confusing. But if you look at lavender, so this company,
Amio.
no adulteration detected, and peppermint, no adulteration detected. Okay, incredible. And this is aromatic something something.
Aromatic International,
Yeah,
I think it is.
yeah, that's right. And then no adulteration. And then artesian aromatics. They showed some synthetic markers of linyl, I can't
Linalool and
linyl
Uh,
acetate.
yeah.
Linyl acetate. And so when you see the synthetic markers of that, that's a very important chemical that we need for our body. And so when that's showing that there's syntheticness in there, then you're putting harm on your body. This one here, I see this one. I think this one might be sold at Bed Bath & Beyond. You know what? Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. But then again, here we are finding synthetic markers. And so what happens is, you guys, what's so cool about doTERRA is doTERRA actually sources these oils. So like, let's say we're going to talk about spearmint. They source spearmint in Nepal. They go to Nepal, they go to these farmers, and they work with them directly. In the essential oil market, all of these other companies actually hire a broker, and the broker will go around and find different places that they buy the oils from. So either the farmer, when they grow the plants, there could be pesticides and sprays and things like that on it, or something else, right? They take it, they distill it. Maybe it is a perfect, there's no pesticides, no nothing. And then the broker comes along or the farmer who distilled them adds contaminants to it. They add fillers because they want to get twice as much out of it. So, like olive oil, for example, or coconut oil, um, they actually can double the volume and sell it for less and generate more profit. And the problem here is um, even like olive oil or oils like that, if you put it in the refrigerator and that oil separates, then you know there's contaminants in it. So you could test this with these oils too. Edison Garden, again, synthetic markers. Peppermint was showing up with mountain rose herbs. This is, you guys, this one here, this brand now, you can buy at the pharmaceutical, at different drugstores and stuff. Both tested with chemicals in them, okay?
Very big online.
Very big online, very big product. Um, and so here's some other products here that we talk about. And so it's just really important to know that this is not fake. This is not made up. It's very, very true for us. Okay. So my phone is making noises. Try to turn it off there. Okay, so but really, who is doTERRA? What makes us unique and why partner with us? Well, our global sales grew faster than Apple Computer. And that's incredible. When Apple first launched, there's this famous commercial they talk about, and this Macintosh was just really incredible. And so when you think about doTERRA grew just as fast as Apple Computer, and we are debt free. And so going through and looking at the beginning days of 2008 and seeing how it's doubled every year and so forth, it's just really incredible to know how phenomenal this company has done everything. We had the opportunity to go to a sourcing trip and to see how dedicated they are in purchasing land, planting, 16,000 acres and planting over 160,000 trees on this land so that these oils will be around forever and that they can control what we're buying and getting. So the monthly retention is also the very big important part of doTERRA. And we have proven about 64 to 70% monthly retention, meaning people are ordering product every month, ordering every month, every month, every month, every month, because the product is good. The product is amazing. It's better than good. It's amazing.
And that is an amazing statistic for a for a network marketing company.
And look here, with the industry standard being 10% to 20%, look at the difference.
Yeah.
Like, why would anybody ever consider that? You know how much work it is when somebody starts to join your team and it goes into, and then you have to keep doing it over and over and over again. Look at how much work that is compared to this.
That it speaks to the quality of the product, the
Mhm.
trust in the product, and
Mhm.
just the power and the purity and the potency of the product.
And we have a wonderful program called the Loyalty Reward Program where doTERRA does deeper discounts, rewarding people who are coming back ordering every month. And so this is really nice. And then we're going to go through and look at the compensation plan. Um, the plan is not, when you're looking at other network marketing companies, you want to know if the plan is customer centered, like retention. Well, doTERRA's is. And look at the details of the plan. How does it work? How do you build your business? What is going to be happening really when it comes down to it? The compensation plan that doTERRA has is bar none. And many, many people are breaking leadership ranks over and over again. You can Google that, doTERRA leaders, and you'll see all these different things that are on there about all these people. Here is you can screenshot this if you want, or just text me and I can send you this information. But this shows with the compensation plan, doTERRA rewards you to become a leader. And what that means is when you sign people up and they are on your team below you, then you sign up people and put below them because you make more money putting them further down your line. And that supports your people underneath you, and everybody's just being supported by all those kinds of enrollments. Versus other network marketing companies, it's the other way around, where everybody's competing to have that person to be on their top line.
Mm-hmm.
So if you notice, to be a silver, you need to have 3 elites underneath you. To be an elite, that's a volume of 3,000 overall volume. And so to have 3 people doing that underneath you, then in order for you to be platinum, you will need 3 silvers underneath you. Well, 3 silvers require 3 elites, require, elites to be at 3,000 volume. So it's just a nice little stair step way to kind of keep building your business, helping your downline actually get to the level of elite, and then helping get to the level of premier. And then it's just really a nice way to make that work. doTERRA also has other bonuses. We have the Unilevel bonus system, we have the Power of 3 bonus system, and we also have the Fast Start bonus system. doTERRA pays all of these ways. And right now, doTERRA reopened foundership in United States. And foundership, what that means is when doTERRA opens up in a new market, like say India or Africa and other places that doTERRA does not have a distribution center, what happens is that people can go and start sharing the oils and building their teams and doing all the hard work to figure out how to get the shipping there and figure out all this stuff. And what happens is that you have an opportunity to be blessed by doTERRA to be a founder. And that is kind of like a partnership with doTERRA, where you
Oh,
get
it's
the leadership
huge.
bonuses and stuff. And it is incredible. Because of doTERRA's successes, they reopened up the foundership levels in the United States, and they opened it up to 200 people instead of the top 25.
Yeah, and only several of them, I think only like a handful have been completed, and that was just building 3 of your lines, your down lines, to the level of gold.
Yeah.
And so when you did that, then you qualified for foundership,
Mhm.
and then you had that for a lifetime.
That's
And so you were always getting that percentage of that bonus, which was a huge bonus, on top of your Unilevel bonuses, any other Power of 3 bonuses, plus Fast Start bonuses and leadership bonuses.
Mhm. So the rank requirements with other companies like Life Vantage top ranks are like 1 million overall volume. Young Living is 250 overall volume, or top ranks are only at 1.5 million. Nurium top ranks requires 150,000 overall volume. Top rank requires 1.65 million. So doTERRA, the diamond rank is 36,000 overall volume. So maybe not so much at the lower levels, but the top rank only requires 162,000 overall volume.
And those are very reachable.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So here's a chart of that. So you can look at how doTERRA's plan, they pay a higher percentage on the 7th level versus the 6th level. It's only 6%, 5th and 6th. And if it was reversed or flipped around like other network marketing
Inverted,
companies,
yeah.
inverted, it would be, look at the difference in the compensation. So you can see how that is compared to like other compensation companies. If this plan, if doTERRA was paying like everybody else.
Yeah, it's dynamic compression, and it makes a huge difference once you start building your team. I think you only have to get to, is it Premier or Silver before you start to get paid 7 levels deep?
Oh no, it's
Is it
yeah,
Elite?
yeah, you're right. Yep, you're premier.
Premier.
Mhm.
And so here's some of the income disclosures from
Here's the
top company.
comparing for other companies. So you've got the top 6 ranks, this company, all these different companies here, and then you compare to doTERRA. Look at the difference at the top ranks.
So that would be doTERRA's Presidential Diamond,
Mhm.
which is a top level. Yeah, we have an upline right now who's working on his second leg. He's already reached Presidential Diamond, and this 7 years he's been in the business, and that second level would be Blue Diamond, and you can see how it compares to other network marketing companies.
So here's another screenshot of oh, this was a Nigerian. This is a slide that I had for Nigeria when I was teaching a team in Nigeria. I'm going to just skip through this one here. So the compensation plan is Unilevel Plus. Like they pay you all 5 ways. So it's really incredible. You can with the leadership bonuses, you've got the Founders Club, you've got the Power of 3, the Fast Start bonus, and then the Unilevel Plus. So that's really a great thing to know. It's just not one way. You get all these other ways. So it helps chart you through how to build your teams and how to make that work for you. Okay, and so here's another screenshot of the compensation plan. So you can see here as you begin and you start adding people on your team, you start getting paid lower on the levels. And so Larry, it was
It
silver.
was silver.
Yeah,
I thought it was either silver or premier.
yeah. And so silver is the level where you get paid all the way to your seventh line. And then we've got these leadership bonuses and so forth. And then again, here's the fast start bonus. Fast start bonus is if I enrolled somebody and I put them on my team and everything that they pay, they buy in the next 60 days, they will actually earn 20% of that. And then your upline will earn 10, and then their upline will earn 5%. So everybody's generating an opportunity to grow your teams very quickly. The power of three bonus is the top level. Everybody, if you get everybody ordering, then you get a 50% bonus or $50
$50
bonus.
bonus, yeah.
And then the next level, if you help your leaders, then encourage them to have everybody ordering on their loyalty reward program, then they get $250 if everybody on your crop. And then look at this, a $1,500 bonus if everybody is doing that on your third line. So there are three ways you can sell the oils. You've got the retail, the wholesale, and the wellness advocate. The wholesale membership is 25% off retail price, plus you can take advantage of the deeper discounts using the loyalty reward program. And then you can also become a wellness advocate, which is a way that you can actually have all those same benefits, the 25% off, the loyalty reward program with deeper discounts, and you also then can earn an income sharing with others. So again, here's what the loyalty reward program looks like. It's actually deeper discounts happen with every month. doTERRA likes to reward people who are loyal. So every month you place an order, you get month 1 through 3, you get an additional 10% back in product credit points that you can use to buy more oils. And then the 4 to 6 months, you actually get 15% back. And then months 7 through 9, you get 20% back. And then months 10 through 12, you get 25% back. And then all the way past 13 months, you get 30% back in addition to the 25% off. So it's incredible. Okay, so basically, the business compensation plan with the loyalty reward program really is your financial success. And every bonus system is based on a compensation plan, and doTERRA's is based on the loyalty reward points. And so you can earn, people say, well, how much money could I earn? Well, you can earn whatever you put into it. The more people you bring on the team and support, the more you'll be able to earn back. So it's very much driven by the amount of work you put into
Yeah,
it.
it's just very results driven. So you put in the work, and that is just inviting and sharing and enrolling.
Yeah, and when you talk about enrolling people, this is the marketplace, you guys. All the purple is where doTERRA is right now. All the green are markets that they're opening soon, and then all the gray not so soon. So it's something to totally keep in mind, okay? And again, doTERRA has a wonderful Healing Hands program. There's so many wonderful things. You can go Google doTERRA Healing Hands, and I think it's doTERRAHealingHands.com, and you'll see thousands of different programs that wellness advocates like me and Larry are doing all over the world. And it's just and you can have an opportunity to do that too.
It's fun to take part.
Yeah, definitely. So again, with the mass amount of products, the toothpaste, the oils will make a huge difference. So this is Matthew Hall. He's our upline. I love this picture. And he says, I'd rather have a leader who enrolls 5 people in a month and gets them on the loyalty reward program than a leader who has 100 enrollments a month and doesn't get them on the loyalty reward program. That is so true because that makes a huge difference in your business. So doTERRA is pure. This is a really powerful slide, I think, because doTERRA really wants to pursue what is pure. They pursue pure business practices, a pure product, pure intentions with their Healing Hands program, and the pure love of humanity. So do you have any questions? If you do, we would love for you to private message us below, and we'll come back and answer those questions. Or please direct message us, and we'd be happy to answer those questions too, about anything about the products, the company, the compensation plan, any questions that you have. We're here to help you and support you, and to make sure that your experience with doTERRA is a blessed one. So, anything else you want to say, Larry?
No, I just think hopefully that gave everybody a good overview. I know it was a lot of information. So, like Becky said, if you have any questions, you put them in the chat or contact us directly. There'll be a lot of information on how to contact us, and we'd love to get back in touch with you and just answer your questions and help you come along with doTERRA in any way you see would work for you.
So, thank you so much for spending your time with us. And we're going to go ahead and close this class, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless.
All
All
right.
in on oils,
All in on
everybody.
oils, you guys. Take
Take
care.
care.
Thank you.